Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/mywebuniversity. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the grep command. And this is a command that you needed as a developer, as an admin. I will show you what the problem is. The problem is that basically you have a messy log file scrolling through them with over 50,000 lines of code. It will just be very, very hard for your eyes and how to find out what you're looking for. So don't be just that person doing this through view or through more or other commands. I'm going to show you how to use the grep command, which stands for global regular expression print. So you can pick up exactly what you're looking for. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the grep command in less than 5 minutes. The duration is short, a video, less than 5 minutes. So let's get started. The problem, I'll show you the problem first. If you're on a Linux server, for example, I'm on the Apache logs directory, there's access.log star. You can see some of them were .zip file, but this one was just from yesterday, and that is .1, and this is just at midnight, it just started. If I look at the access.log file and the word count -l for just this one, the access.log.1, you can see the size is 22, and the 22,200, 22,200, sorry, 2,000, 22,228. There are three Ds. So I'm going to make the screen a little bit more readable next time. But I'm going to say, if I do this one through a cat command, cat access.log.1, you can see it is scrolling. It's really fast. It's hard to read that many lines there. If you do it with more and just go one screen at a time through the log and say, where's the error, that is still hard, right? And imagine if I just do this one with this command cat, and then I say laugh out loud cat, and then I see that kind of color. And then even though that it is colorful, but it's just not good for your eyes, and then it's not easy to scan through them, right? So imagine how hard it is to scroll through this one. So I'm going to go back to the video. I show you, this was the messy logs, right? The solution is introduction to meet and grep. Grep is your friend in this case. When you meet a grep, grep is going to do a global regular expression print inside a log file, inside a text file, inside a filtering from another command, outputting that one into a grep, and then you find out what you're looking for. So in this case, grep error in uppercase looks for the apps.log, and then wherever the occurrence of the word error is in uppercase, it is case sensitive, it finds it. The next example is example 1, case insensitive. So you use the -i option, ignoring the case. In this case, grep -i. This could be any combination of uppercase and lowercase string, and then you match that string inside this app.log file. So notice that error uppercase and lowercase, they're all matched here because of the -i case insensitive. The next example is recursive search in folders. So when you do the folders, -r means recursively search for the subdirectories. The recurse also is on PowerShell command to do that one with find a string in other ones, or dir command in other ones. And grep -r to do on the source directory, /source, and any files and subfolders that matches the word to do is going to just get selected here. The next example, color and line numbers. If you want to see the files and line numbers where the occurrence is, you put -n for a dash line number, and dash color to change the color to say, show me the text in color that matches. So def in main.py is for all the defined functions that is inside main, it's going to find it for you. Here's your cheat sheet summary card. That's the grep command in less than 3 minutes. Follow us at my Web University YouTube channel. Next time we level up with egrep, extended global regular expression print, set, stream editorial, awk, and more. Please like our videos, and the most ones that it is liked and then made comments, I'll make the next video for you. So here's your cheat sheets that if you want to do it. Grep a pattern inside a file. This pattern has to be exact because you're not telling it ignore case. Grep -i means ignore the case pattern. So this could be uppercase, lowercase combination, case insensitive. -r recursive, it is going to do subdirectories for directories and folders and files under the directory recursively. -n means show me the line number. So the line number on the pattern is going to show. Grep -v is just doing it invert or excluded. If you don't want this pattern to be shown inside this file, you do -v. And if you just want to ignore the case as well, you just do -iv. One dash for two flags is good enough. -c for count the number of occurrence. So -c pattern will do this one. Welcome to my Web University again. Here's your quick grep cheat sheets. Bookmark this URLs that you have under the presentation grep command, and then watch this video and learn how to do this one. All the options, I give you the cheat sheets again here. Common when which commands should be break down next and drop it below. The most liked one becomes the next video that I make. Subscribe to our channel at my Web University. Linux is another tag, grep and terminal. This one, I'm gonna just actually show you some of the way that now we did this one. If you just are looking for this command, rather than doing this, you could say the grep command minus grep command, you say error, it will search for all of the lowercase errors. And if you want to see the number of occurrence, you could just see -c for count. And then there's 16 of them. If you just say also ignore the case -i, that would be 32, because now you have uppercase and lowercase. So if I just do -i here, that is all uppercase and lowercase. You can see here, these are uppercase. And then if I just do this one and then do a word count -l, it should be 32. And that's what that 32 is showing up here. I'm sorry, 82. 82 of them are there. And then if I just don't do this one, and instead of this one, say do the count, then it's going to show 82. If I say show me the line numbers that are happening, and then -n also show the line number. But because we're doing the count, it's not going to show. So take the C out, and then you see the line numbers are there with all the errors that are there. If you just say, do the one with the anything without that IV, show me everything but without the error. So now you have more that is not error. Like maybe you are looking for warning. So you can see that is ignoring the warning. If you just say, show me a combination of -i, e means extended global regular expression. So in this case, I could say, show me all the errors and then warnings, all of them. Now I get more of those combination. Let's see if I just do a word count on it. Word count minus L, there's 83 of them. And that's good thing that I did minus IE for extended. And then the combination of them are there. So if I say minus count and then take the word count minus L, you could do that kind of syntax as well. So this is not just a log file or access file or error files or anything. So this access that didn't have it, but if I put the information here with error file, then it's gonna just return a lot of it. You see that? Earlier when I was looking at the access for this, access is when you're connecting successfully. Error is when something happened as error. So I was looking for errors and warning, and if I just search for one of them, like just errors, it is less than that. Okay, so errors, all of them, and then maybe warning is nothing. Yeah, warning is that many smaller ones there. So a combination of those two should have returned more, but because I did minus CI, it is just giving you that number. So let's do this another command here. You could also do, for example, Python 3-m pydoc dash numpy. So if I'm looking inside numpy, this is a big module, right? So this is all the information. And if I want to say, okay, I did that one, how many lines is that? That is 7,168 9. So if I do 7.1 and 6 basic calculator, 7.1 689 divided by 40 lines per page, that's 1,700 1,700 sorry, 17,922 pages. That's a lot if we have that many lines. But I think the 7162, I wrote one more digit there. That's why 71 basic calculator, 71 689 divided by 40. Now we're getting it correct. It's not that many lines. It's almost 1,800 pages. So that's a lot. So if you look at by 40 number of pages. So if I just look for something like this with NumPy, then I could say grep minus I, look for the function array with as a method. So I know that the array will be something like this. Now you could see all the arrays there. And then this is like really cool stuff that you could just see. So if I say alias grep, grep command, you can see it has the dash color. That's why it's showing in red when I did this one. If I just say, show me import numpy as np, how many of them are there? You can see all of those functions or loading the numpy module. So if I want to just say, go to Python, now import the numpy as np, then dir of np, you can see here that all the methods are available here. And then similarly, if I say help np, that documentation is coming here. Again, I could go through it. So there's a lot of ways that you could do this one. I'm going to exit out of this one. And then one more thing I'm going to do with the numpy. And instead of this one, let's say you're looking for some kind of np.array. How many of them are there? You see the numpy.array and then all these methods. And then if you say, great, that's how about the sum function? Can I get the sum with braces? And then you get those ones. So this is another thing with the global, extended, like as if you're just doing use the extended, you could say or prod. So all of those occurrence of sum and prod are going to be just listed for it. That way you could just get all of that. If you don't want this one with the minus IE, you could say grep minus I. This is extended by itself. So you could do those two there, and then you will get the same result. I hope you learned something. This is very cool. Usually you do it on the password file, shadow file, log files, and other stuff. And then you could also do it on your programs. Like here you see for looking for the def function, for defining the function on main, and you could do it on your Go language, C language programming. grep is your friend. Take care. God bless you all. Bye-bye.